Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Dark World here, and I'm going to do some just side commentary, not live, because there's something important that a lot of people have been asking me lately, like in messages on YouTube, and it's really starting to annoy me. So I was just answering a text message here. I know that for a fact, and then I start getting into the gameplay. But let's just say, well, all right, how am I going to say this?
I got you.
So many people come into this, like come into YouTube, expecting to be famous, like an overnight star. And I'm sorry, like I hate to say it, but like I never had that goal in mind. I joined the YouTube Nation for my own personal self as a hobby. Not in for the money, and I think I only have like 150 subscribers right now as I'm making this video, which congrats, like all you beautiful people. But if you come to YouTube and have this idea in your head that you're gonna get a partnership, get paid for just playing video games and doing commentaries and vlogs, and just automatically just, you know, start getting money doing something like easy, because I'm sorry, but this is just me saying from an outside point of view. If you are coming in for money and this business, I'll call it, is like a creative type of business, like you really have to think about it. Like when you have an artist and you put money as the goal, everything fucks up. Like I'm sorry if there's like little kids watching this, but like it's true. Like if you're doing something that you like, it's completely different. Like it's something for yourself, it's something you like to do, and it's just for you and whoever you want to share it with. Like for me, it's like I don't mind sharing like my life, my problems, my successes, my failures, anything like that. I don't mind. And I don't mind playing games and showing other people, like, if they have a problem in a game. Like, hey, you know, here you go, here's a let's play. But if you are going to try and be successful and try to stand yourself out, and like me, I'm not a big YouTuber, I don't expect to be a big YouTuber, but you have to be like completely different. You can't do something that everyone else is doing.
On me.
I know like that sounds horrible for me to say, but at the same time you really do have to understand that it's like it's a life choice. Either you're doing it for money or you're just doing it for your own self-happiness. And like for me and, you know, Syndicate, Drifter, you know, a bunch of like YouTubers that have bigger fan bases than I do. And when I mean big, I mean like million to 4 million, like Syndicate. And this guy's trying to trap me in the corner, but I just like show him, yeah, you don't have me trapped, buddy. I can just jump over the table. But yeah. So like if you're gonna come into YouTube expecting to be famous, I'm sorry, like, and you're only coming in for the money, you might as well just go out, get in, I'm not even gonna say real job, because jobs are like, a job is a job. It doesn't matter like what you do, as long as you're getting paid for it, it's a job. Okay, I'm not gonna say like, you know, you have to be a lawyer or anything. No, I'm not gonna do that. Any kind of job that gives you money, any place that gives you money is a job. And you can probably hear the dogs in the background. That's my neighbor playing with his dog outside. But like, you really cannot just expect to come onto YouTube and just be an overnight star. I'm sorry. Like, I never had that idea in mind. I don't have that idea in my mind. I enjoy what I do for the sake of doing it. And someone just texted me on my phone. But I have to say that, like, it's hard. Like, you can't just how do I put this? You can't be like Drifter or Ali A, you know, pointing out tutorials, and like, no, you have to stand yourself out, and you have to do something that no one else is doing. You always have to be ahead of like whatever games that no one's playing, or like games that are really good that people don't know about. You should try stretching them out. Like, show people that, you know, it's good for everybody. It's not just for that one kind of person, you know? Like, for an example, like Skyrim or Super Mario Brothers, or you know, Pokemon Let's Plays, like anything that is like normally people have like a grudge against. you can show that you can like bring it out to multiple people and branch it out to where people will actually be like, you know, that's not really such a bad game as I thought. But you can't just come into YouTube expecting to be famous, and I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but it's the truth. And then the other problem I have with people sending me messages is, I see that you commented on Syndicate or LEA's like video. Can you watch my video, give me some advice of what I should do? And like, I don't mind giving people advice or like giving them criticism, because I take criticism like to the extreme. Like I like good criticism and I like bad criticism. You know, I rather have someone tell me if I'm doing something wrong so I can fix it than have like everyone just say, you know, you're perfect, you're perfect, you're perfect, stay the same, do whatever you're doing. Criticism's bad. And so many people start looking at all the things that people say, and they don't really look at the people that are actually trying to support them and say, hey, you know what, don't listen to them. I like your content. Maybe you should do this or do this to change it up a little bit. Maybe add a little background music as long as it's not copywritten. And there's tons of websites that show you like which songs you can use, and even download them straight from the website. But and you can't just monopolize your videos expecting like to get money without being partnered, and that's a whole nother story. Is being partnered, like Machinima, Yosh, I think that's how you say Yosh. Like those kind of companies, they take like, well, before it used to be the best of the best, but pretty much now anyone can almost join as long as you have a decent fan base. But how do I explain this? Without you, they can't get money, and unless you show them like good content, like me, I know my content is limited. You know, I have a Roxio, I play with the mechanics of it, I do it for fun, I'm not doing it for money, I don't expect to be partnered, so I'm just doing it for my own personal thing, and I try to make it as good as I can for the subscribers. And, you know, I don't upload every day just like anyone else would, but, you know, at the same time, you can't go back and just start saying, you know, oh, I want to be partnered with Yosh, or I want to be partnered with Machinima, and I want to get paid. It's not like, if you're doing it for the money, I'm sorry, like, you shouldn't, like, if that's your only, like, reason is doing it for the money, then you're in the wrong place. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, all the commentators are big now, you know, they get paid and sponsored because they're doing something they like. You know, it's something that they enjoy, and it's something that, you know, people will actually look at and just notice them for who they are, because they act as they would normally act in real life. Like me, if you ever met me in real life, I am just like as you hear right now. Sometimes I exaggerate my words, sometimes I'm serious as hell, and sometimes I act like a kid. You know, I'm a child at heart, you would say, and I love playing video games. I love, you know, adult things like going out to clubs, hanging with friends, going to the store to grab like stuff for myself, because I do live alone, so I pay my own bills, grab my own groceries. I do other things besides play games. I also work 2 jobs. I've got you. So like, don't think that, you know, just because I make YouTube videos, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't plan on being sponsored by anyone. If I do, it's a surprise to me. If I get more than 1,000 people subscribed, that's big to me. I know to a lot of people it'll be like, well, that's not really big. To me, like, if you have over like 100 people like I have right now, you know, that's 100 people who actually care about what I put up and want to see what I put up on a daily basis. If I'm doing it daily, which I try to, but, you know, with my 2 jobs, it kind of makes it hard. And I'm trying to get better with that. I'm actually making a schedule right now. Like, after this video goes up, I'm going to be making an actual, like, schedule and probably posting it up in a video. Like, this is what you should expect day by day. And when that happens, I'm probably going to be doing videos ahead. But that's a completely separate note. But it's like if you want to be famous, you have to like do something that you actually are going to get noticed for. Do something that is like amazing, that you work at a retail like home retail, which I know like that is probably one of the most stupidest jobs because you can do your own house selling and all that. But if you're in retailment of houses, wow, I almost can't talk today. You know, like your face and body and all that's going to be on a billboard if you're good enough, and there's your fame. Or be a mayor. You know, do a job that you're good at and get recognized for it and get looked up by your coworkers and your peers. You know, that's where you're gonna get your respect from and get money from, is an actual job. Like those guys who are sponsored, this is their job. This is what they like to do. Just like well, White Boy 7th Street, Minnesota Burns, you know, like everyone hates on him for just, you know, you are a cyber bully, blah blah. Look, I'm subscribed to Minnesota Burns. I love his videos. They're hilarious. When I'm in a bad mood or a rut kind of mood where I've just had like a really bad day at work or just like fought with one of my friends, you know, it's always good to just turn on one of his videos and laugh. And, you know, I like him for that, because if it wasn't because of that, I probably wouldn't be as happy as I am every day. Like, I'm sorry, but honestly, like, no homophobic or anything like that, but like, I really like his material. It gets stale after a while, but he does change it up at least. Well, him and Eminem twins anyway. I'm just saying, every big YouTuber today. I know this video is coming up to an end, but yeah.
Extended mission time.
That's pretty much all I really have to say. Is like, if you come onto YouTube thinking you're gonna be famous and you're asking people for advice
Defend the objectives.
and ask people like how your content is, just prepared, you know, to hear the best or the worst, even both. You know, sometimes it's better to hear like, hey, you know, I really like you do this, this, and this, but you should fix like these little things that's bugging me or bugging a lot of us. And some of those things are like really easy fixes. You can look it up on YouTube, or if it's just your personality wise while you're playing, you know, you gotta have like a positive like way, unless you're trying to make someone rage like Minnesota Burns, or Burnsy, whichever one you want to go for. Trollarch Staff. He has multiple names. I love it. You know, you gotta put out something that you're gonna be satisfied with, and what you think the people out there that you're trying to grab is going to be satisfied with. Because if you can't, then like you really can't do anything but just get mad at yourself for it. You know what I mean? So that's all I have to say. And you know, well, what can I say? Like, just don't do it for the money. If you're gonna do YouTube videos, have fun with it. Okay? Because if you're not having fun with it, you're just going to be miserable in the end, and that's one thing that no one wants, is to have a YouTuber who's miserable, chewing videos. Alright? Dark World, sign out.